What a lot of people will do is put two nuts on here, and then they'll take a wrench and just wrench this bolt off or the stud off. Hi everybody, Paul here from Hill Country Rings. Got a new tool for the shop. It's the Fine Maul Quick Change Tool Post from a metal lathe. So let's go in the shop. Alright, I got this on eBay. It was about $130. And it comes with the tool post, and it is the quick change tool post with the lever action where these little guys go up and down and make this the tool post fits in these slots here and grips it. This grips it when you turn it down and unlocks when you turn it up. And so it comes with the tool post, and it comes with 5 tool holders. It comes with the 250-001, which is just a turning and facing tool. The 002, which is a turning and facing tool, but it is a slot, has a slot in it instead of a flat bottom, so it'll handle a round tool. It comes with an 004, which is a heavy boy. This is for a boring bar. So I'm probably going to be using this a lot. And let's put this like that. An 007, which is for a cutoff tool. And an 010, which is another, has a tool holder here, but it also has a knurling attachment, so you can knurl metal. I'm not sure if I'll use that, but hey, I can use that one. So alright, so it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tool holders and the tool post. And this is actually, I believe, it's kind of a copy of an Aloris tool holder where these guys, like I said, they drop in. And then this little wheel here you would use to adjust the height. You can do it up or down, and you get it just like you want it, and then you turn this little nut here, little set nut that keeps it there. So you lock it down, use the tool, you unlock it, take it out, use some other tool, put this tool back in, lock it down, and it's at the same height. So that is pretty cool. So that way you don't have to keep adjusting the tools every time you want to change out one, and you don't have to shim the tool because of this. This is really nice. I've looked at several different ones of these quick change tool posts, and I like this one better than the ones that have a piston that comes out. You can get one that's made of aluminum that has a piston that comes out off Amazon for about $30. It does come with tool holders. I've seen people have pretty decent results with it, but that piston, just when you do that, I think that's going to shift the tool holder a little bit. And this right here, when you lock it down, it is locked down good, and it doesn't come out and it doesn't move. So that's what I really wanted. So this is pretty cool. Got the 5 tool holders here and the tool post, and I'll show you what the process of putting it on. Alright, here's my lathe and the existing tool post, and it's not a bad tool post, but you would put your tool in here and clamp him down, but it's really not adjustable for height, so you might have to shim your tool to get it up to just the right height. So that's kind of a problem, and just takes some time, and it adds some wobbliness. So I wanted something a little more stable. So what we're going to go ahead and do is take this tool post off. And we just undo this nut, and this is kind of cool that it will have, you can have 4 tools, but then your tools are always in here and they're sticking out, and you can change like that. But then I just didn't want to do that. So we're going to go ahead and take off this nut here on the handle. Oops. Take it that way. And we'll take him off. And then the tool holder just comes right out. Okay, this stud, we're going to have to take this stud out. And this is what I want to show you. I'm going to do it differently than a lot of people do. What a lot of people do is put two nuts on here, and then they'll take a wrench and just wrench this bolt off or the stud off. And I'm afraid that doing that is going to add a lot of torsion to this compound slide. That could mess up the gibs. It could put it out of alignment. It could bend stuff. I don't think that's a good idea. That is not a good way to take this stud out. But I'll show you a way that you can take this stud out without damaging your lathe. First thing we need to do is basically just take the compound off the lathe. Just unscrewing. All right, once you have that's compound where that screw is not pushing him out anymore, you might want to hold on to the gib. There's a strip of metal down here, and just pull him out. And if you look, there's that Gib strip right here. That's what you use to adjust the compound slide. So don't let that fall out or get banged up. So now we just take him over to the workbench. Once we have this compound off, and we're probably just going to wipe him down too. First thing to do is take out the Gib strip. Just kind of recognize the way that it's oriented. These little detents, or these little holes right here, are where the Gib adjuster screws go into. So we just want to go ahead and set him aside. And then we flip him back over this way, and we'll put a big nut on him. And this is the nut from the new tool post. So just put that on there. And then this is the lever from the old tool post, and we'll put them on here. And then we just take a 17mm wrench, tighten that up against that, and then just put him this way where he's flat. Don't lay him on these Gib screws. Just lay him like that. And we just then we can take him off like that. Got him flat on there, and we just unscrew the old stud. Alright, here's that new tool post. I'm going to take him off the stud, and you can see that stud's kind of marked up because I did make a mistake in a previous attempt. Now I'm going to show you a better way to do it. As we take this bolt here off of the that was on the new tool post, and then the handle that was on the new tool post, put them on here. We lay him like that. You can put this into a vise. I don't have a vise. And then just take that 17mm wrench and take him off. Alright. And then you can just take off this the handle and that bolt. Alright, so I got the new stud ready. We bring over our compound slide, and we need to make one more change. We need to take out that little detente here. So we can pull that out, and then there's a little spring in there we need to take out, and we just use my patented jeweler's tool, $29.99 on the website, and we just pull him out, fish him out just like that, and keep that little detente, that little screw, don't lose that. Alright, here's where I made the mistake before, is I put two bolts on here and kind of got this bolt wedged down in there when I was putting him in here and couldn't get him off. But I think the way to do that is to put this plate that we took off, take him out, put him on the long set of threads, not all the way down, and then put that bolt on there. and kind of tighten it up a little bit. All right, that way then you can take the slide, put them back on the side, on the flat side, and put in the that new stud into the compound. Okay, and then use that 17 millimeter wrench right here and get it good and tight. And then you tighten them up against that, and there they go in. So he goes in. Okay, there we go. All right, now we basically hold that again and undo that bolt, and then take this little plate off. There. Then the new tool post, and make sure that you put the small set of threads in. Don't use the long set of threads. If you do that, it's going to go too deep and you won't be able to get your compound back on your lathe. We just drop him on there, and I'm going to reuse the handle that I had from the old tool post, which is kind of handy, and we'll put that on there, and like that. All right, let's put them back on the lathe. We do need to get our Gib strip. We make sure that the little Gib holes align with the Gib screws. You kind of hold that with your fingers, and this is going to be the fun part, getting this back on. Just kind of hold it like that, and we take them over to the lathe. All right, we're holding that Gib strip in the same orientation it was when we took it off, right up against those holes. Those little indentions in the Gib strip are on those screws. Put it back onto the compound here. Just kind of work it and fit it. Slide it like that. Then engage that screw. And just tighten them up. We've got the old tool post, the plate, the nut that came on the new tool post, the old stud, and the detente and the little spring in a baggie. Just going to keep this for safekeeping if I ever need it again. If I do, then I can put all that back on and have the old tool post back. So I'm going to put a tool and then run the tool holders. I'm just going to use the 250-001, just the normal flat bottom tool holder, and I believe this this will hold up to a 1/2 inch tool. I think these are 3/8 inch tools. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in there, good and firm, and then take a little hex wrench and just kind of get them kind of snug down. All four of these grub screws. And then just kind of tighten them down. Tighten it. I don't know if there's a pattern. I'm just going to do it outside, inside. There we go. So move that lever like that. Put my tool holder on that little slot. There it goes down. Now what I'm going to do is loosen that, rotate it around, and bring my tailstock with the dead center close to that tool as I can get him. And you see he's kind of low. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, he's really low. So we are going to raise that tool using this little adjuster screw. So I'll back off that little lock nut. Then I just adjust him till I get him where that tool, I'm just turning this little round knurled nut till I get that tool so he is right even with that the dead center. Once I do that, he looks pretty decent. Alright, and then we just tighten down this guy. And I'll just use a little very small wrench to tighten him down. I can't do that when I'm holding the camera. When you're doing that, I would hold on to that little round adjuster wheel and then take a wrench and tighten him down while you're holding it so that this guy doesn't turn. And there's a little lock washer right there, so you don't have to get it too tight, but get it good and snug. Alright, I got a piece of Texas mesquite chucked up here. Rotate my tool post back till it's square with the work, and tighten that down, and then make sure that is good and tight, and then we turn on the lathe. We'll touch off. And then start some turning. And you can see I was taking way more aggressive cuts on this wood than you would take with metal. So that's a little different than working with wood and working with metal. So this worked pretty good. I like it. Alright, I got my lathe all cleaned up and put some more lube on him. And that's one thing with doing wood on a lathe, you got to make sure that you clean it up when you're done, because the wood kind of attracts water and moisture and you don't want that on a lathe. But that was the Fine Mall quick change tool post from Amazon. I'm really happy with it. And I'm going to be making, you notice I was doing wood on this lathe, and that's what I do. I make wood rings. I made rings from the decks of battleships, from the stock of M1 Garands, from Major League Baseball bats. If you'd like to check out hillcountryrings.com, lots of heritage and legacy woods made into rings. And I'd like to make a ring for you. So thanks everybody.